Welcome to our deep dive into Alone in the Dark 2024, a game that has stirred the survival horror genre once again. Today we're exploring the intricate layers of the story, the mechanics of its gameplay, and the visual feast it offers through its graphics. Let's illuminate the dark corners of this intriguing title. The narrative of Alone in the Dark takes us back to the eerie confines of Derceto Manor, a place shrouded in mystery and horror. Unlike its predecessors, this reimagining introduces us to a more complex and intertwined story involving Emily Hartwood and Edward Carnby as they search for Emily's missing uncle, Jeremy Hartwood. The game prays for its reality-bending story, immerses players in a world where the lines between the real and the supernatural blur. The story's depth is further enriched by high-profile voice acting from David Harbour and Jodie, adding a layer of immersion that bridges the gap between video games and cinematic experiences. However, the narrative has faced criticism for its lack of coherence and momentum, with some reviewers pointing out that the disjointed progression and fragmented tale that struggles to find its footing. Playing the game myself, I can't say I necessarily disagree. It's almost as if the story writers or developers, whoever may be, in conjunction with each other, tried a lot of different ideas perhaps, and then realized some things work, some things don't work, and tried to piece together what they could. I'm not saying that's necessarily true. I'm just saying it's what it feels like. The story does show a lot of promise. Mind you, this is a rehashing of a story that's already been told, so I am keeping that in mind. Could have been a little bit stronger story-wise, but I'm not terribly upset with it. It's not something that I feel is that crazy, if you know what I mean. And so far I am enjoying the story, so if that means anything to you. Moving on to gameplay, Alone in the Dark offers a blend of puzzle solving, exploration, and combat. The game stays true to its roots with challenging puzzles that require keen observation and critical thinking. Players have the option to adjust the difficulties of these puzzles, catering to both veterans and newcomers alike. Combat, however, has been a point of contention. While the game attempts to integrate combat as part of its puzzle-like mechanics, the execution has been described as unwieldy and less engaging. Despite this, the stealth mechanics introduced offer a refreshing way to navigate threats, adding a layered strategy to encounters. The gameplay loop is praised for its fun and engaging nature, despite criticisms of the open world feeling somewhat bland. And when we say open world, it's not necessarily GTA style open world, more so a hub area with segmented smaller areas placed in between. So when you look at it more like that, you get a better understanding of what the game is. And it's not bad at all. It's not something that I mind. I think for a game like this, it works to have these hub areas that connect to smaller areas. Doesn't take away from my experience in the least bit. Graphically, Alone in the Dark is a spectacle of Southern Gothic aesthetics brought to life with Unreal Engine 4. The game excels in creating an atmosphere that is both haunting and immersive, with detailed environments that tell a story of their own. The design of Derceto Manor and its surroundings are meticulously crafted, showcasing a variety of visually striking locations that range from swamps and oil fields to ancient temples and war-torn battlefields. However, some critics have noted that while the game's visuals are strong, they do not reach the polished heights of other AAA titles in the genre. The game also offers customizable graphic settings, allowing the player to tailor their visual experience to their hardware capability, ensuring that the eerie beauty of Alone in the Dark can be appreciated on a wide range of systems.
Thanks.
What are you doing? Who are you?
Whoa, pardon me, excuse me. My name is Edward Carnby, private investigator. I hope you don't mind we let ourselves inside.
I do mind. This is private property. You can't just barge in here.
I'm sorry about all this, but I'm looking for my uncle. It's urgent, and no one was answering the door.
We can't hear you knocking anymore. None of us can.
Who is your uncle, darling? Jeremy.
Dang, who that?
She has that Hartwood gloom, doesn't she?
She got that Marilyn Monroe vibe.
Hartwood. I just came to make sure my uncle is all right.
Well, he is unavailable right now. You will have to come back another day.
Unavailable how? Is he sleeping? We can wait.
He's lost.
Oh, what you saying to me, little girl?
Again, Miss Hartwood.
My name's Edward Carnby, private investigator.
Splendid.
Enough! All of you, get back to your rooms. McCarthy, keep your eyes on the child. And you two, please leave immediately.
Look, we're not here to cause any trouble. Just let us see the old man, satisfy the curiosity of my client here, and we'll be off.
Oh, he professional.
Jeremy has gone missing. There's no need to worry, but it might be some time before he turns up. The whole staff is looking for him.
What? He ran off?
I don't have time for any of this. Please, come back tomorrow.
All right, in that case, we'll just wait in his room. You don't mind, do you? It's upstairs, right?
Wait, you can't.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
In the corridor. It's the first door on your left. I'll tell Dr. Gray you're here.
Excellent. Thank you, madam. All right, here we are.
Let's look around. See if we can dig up any clues.
In conclusion, Alone in the Dark is a game that attempts to honor its legacy while charting a new path forward. Its story, while ambitious, may leave players wanting more coherence. The gameplay, with its challenging puzzles and innovative stealth mechanics, offers a solid foundation that is slightly marred by its combat system. Visually, the game is a testament to the power of modern game engines, creating an atmospheric world that is both beautiful and haunting. Whether you're a longtime fan of the series or a newcomer intrigued by its premise, Alone in the Dark offers an experience that is worth exploring, if only to see how it attempts to redefine survival horror once again. I don't know if it's just me, I've always had this issue with Unreal Engine 4 games, particularly on PC, where they kind of get these stutters. Some people have framed it to me as a compilation stutter in terms of getting the graphics into the game and getting them loaded up into your card. I don't necessarily know. I'm not that technically inclined to definitively say whether or not that's the issue. I have not faced that issue too much in this game, which is a blessing because I have faced that issue in times past. Also, I do want to say, if you are just a fan of survival horror in general as I am, this is something that I think you should try. It's a lot of Evil Within vibes, but then you got the 1930s aesthetic of it. So you have a mafia element to it. You have a, how do I want to say it? A LA noir detective style element to it. And I think it is an intriguing mix of different elements coming together to uniquely craft an experience. Again, it's something different, yet something familiar, something that doesn't feel all too foreign to me. And I don't think it would be all too foreign to you. I think it's something that you can put on, kind of just space out towards it. That's probably the best way I can describe it, right? Hell yeah. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Alone in the Dark. If you ventured in Derceto Manor yourself, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into your favorite games. Until next time, keep the lights on.